Hello everyone, this is going to be another low-level Bravely Default 2 video. I am doing Black Mage as my main source of damage for this fight, for the Folie fight. And I will say, I'm not going to necessarily recommend this strat unless you just are like me and really like Black Mage and like magic damage, because there's a lot more optimal ways to beat Folie, of course, but I still wanted to show this off, both because I like it and like I had fun with it, and because like I don't know, it'll just be, or yeah, because I'm proud of the strat basically. So it'll be nice to show off a strat that I both am proud of and really like. Um, so with that out of the way, these are the equipments that everybody has on. Basically the goal with Adelle, long story short, is just to get as much physical and magic defense and HP as possible. And so this is just after so much time of testing and labbing, I came up with this. This is like the best setup that I could find. There's other variations that you could try if you want more consistency in certain areas, but this is what I ultimately decided was going to be like the best, I guess, equipment setup for me. And then Thunder Talisman on Seth and Elvis is because of the speed, and then this is just because when Talisman lets me equip Rod of Ice, and the enemies here are weak to water, so that extra 30% water damage helps out a lot. And then this is going to be the passives that I have on everybody. We all have Unshakable Will because we want to avoid dread. That is very important. Fast Hands I think is just a filler on Seth and Elvis. It is important on Gloria though, because Gloria is holding a weapon. And then Spearhead on Elvis and Seth is really important because they're going to start with a spear, and then I'm going to unequip it. And so they get to go first basically, which is really important. And then Lunar Powered on both of them is for the luck and like a little bit of MP regen. And MP Saver is on all three of these because MP Saver is really important when I'm casting a lot of spells. And then Lunar Powered on Gloria is for the magic damage, the extra magic attack. And Magic Critical is just in case I crit, I can do more damage. Or it's just in case it procs, I can crit, which does more damage. And then Adelle setup. So this is where things get a little tricky, is because Roddy is in the fight with us, I can't have everybody at 1 HP, which kind of ruins the usual Shield Master tech. So I had to improvise, and that makes No Guts, No Glory a little bit scarier, because I have to brave out with Adelle in order to cover for everybody, because otherwise Roddy's just going to heal them. And so when I get down to -3, my defenses are going to be lowered, which means that it's going to be easier to kill Adelle. So the first few turns are a little scary, a little shaky. After those first few turns and we get a little bit more settled in, it should be like smooth sailing from there for the rest of the fight. But we definitely need to get the No Guts, No Glory to a positive bonus instead of a negative bonus. But I think it's still worth having, because once we do get the positive bonus, it's going to help a lot. So like, it's a double-edged sword, but like the bad edge is at the start of the fight. So once we get going, it'll be better. And then dual shield just so I can equip my 2 shields, of course. Better than ever to be healed above maximum. And then revenge is just for extra potential BP. Like I was just explaining, we need BP. And then unshakable will, same as everybody else. We want to avoid the dread. Alright, time for the actual fight. Okay, so whoever goes first between Seth and Elvis, I still want to, well, I don't want to brave all the way out. I want to brave twice. And then Shut Up and Dance on Adelle, and I'll explain why that's important as we go along. And then I'm going to do Don't Let Them Get to You twice to reduce the physical damage that she takes. I'm also going to reduce the magic damage, but that'll be later. Okay, so now that it's Adelle's turn, I'm going to use Hilaka so she can get more health. and then bodyguard on everybody. And now she's at -3. That's the scary part, but at least she's at 5,659 health. Unequipped spear, that is very important. And now I brave out with Elvis. Don't let them trick you twice. And then I'm gonna just do another don't let them... Oh wait, no. Actually, instead of doing don't let them get to you, that's right. I want to attack twice. And this is why I had the first person use shut up and dance. So I can get both... Well, 2 of the 3, but -30% is gonna be good for now. Just because it's more important to get that BP back up. So basically I wanted 2 of don't let them trick you and don't let them get to you on Adelle. And then by passing the turn to Adelle, she gets to go before the other dancer, or the other bard. And the bard will be able to attack like this 2 times. And since she's covering for them, she'll get 2 BP guaranteed. That paralysis on Folie is actually pretty big, but it's basically, like, it's not part of the equation. Like, her getting the paralysis is not something that, like, the build was planning around, but it can happen, and I will definitely take it. Not that her paralysis even lasted very long anyway. Okay, so now she has 2,600 health. This will give 2,000 to be 2,300, and then I can do Hilaga afterwards.
Be healed, Holy Spirit, heal. I've got you covered.
Let me at him.
Okay, so now, I'm going to use Don't Let Them Get to You, just so I can get that -35% instead of -30%. And then same here with Don't Let Them Trick You. Adelle is like so close to her, like, Adelle's maximum is 2,600 something, I forget, but like, unfortunately she's like just higher than that. So for right now, I'm just gonna have to default. And then I think I want to give Seth an Ether just to be safe here.
Everything all right? Time to play my trump cards.
Okay, so I think I'm just gonna hit her with the Hilaga here.
Secret power, restore you. Let me at him.
Okay, so here's another important thing that needs to happen is I'm going to give Adelle another turn. And this time I have to bodyguard everybody again, but this time I want to put Reprisal on. This is going to make it so I can weaken the Golem and the Rock Tortoise more as they attack her. And that chip damage is going to help a lot.
Prepare to meet your maker.
Okay, so now I'm going to use Hilaga on Adelle.
Want to see what I can really do?
And now we just keep gaining BP as we keep Adelle healthy. And thankfully, like I was saying earlier, like now that we're like pretty much set up, the fight's gonna be like a lot more manageable. The scary part's over basically. All we have to do is keep Adelle healthy, and everybody has Red Mage as a sub job, so everybody has the opportunity to heal her, which is very, very, very important.
Time to play my trump cards. Aye, this should do it.
You okay? I've got you covered. You okay?
Want to see what I can really do?
Yeah, see, all that damage that the Rock Tortoise has been taking, the reprisal is very important. Alright, so now, let's think about this. Actually, I don't even have to brave with Elvis. Elvis and Seth go right after each other, one right after the other. So, remember, she has 2,600 something is the max, so I have to do 1,000 here, because I want her to get as much health as possible. So I want to get her under the maximum, but it's like basically as high as I can get her while she's still under the maximum, essentially. And then Seth can use Hilaga from here.
Time to play my trump cards.
You okay?
Oh man, get it!
And then heal log into with Seth.
Want to see what I can really do?
And then I'll probably just use a mini ether on Seth here.
This'll help.
You are about to witness my stand firm for now.
Let me at him. Time to play my trump
Okay,
cards.
so now everybody is mostly like ready and set up to finally like, you know, do the strat. Obviously, like I said, everything leading up to this has been for keeping Adelle alive. So I'm gonna take a risk here because Gloria is close to having her turn up, and Adelle is still like decently high on health. Obviously, she's half of what she could be, but like I think it's fine because I want to be able to get the setup going. So I'm gonna use Work Your Magic with all of my actions as Seth. And then same with Elvis when it's his turn. And I'm gonna wait for Gloria's turn to do the healing with her.
Want to see what I can really do?
And then actually what I can do is I only need 3 more Work Your Magics, so I'm thinking... I think instead of doing the healing with Gloria, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna heal with Elvis, and then I'm gonna have Gloria use her ether. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I don't want her to use those buffs yet. I want her to get the buffs from the special first.
But you saved my bacon there. Time to play my trump cards.
Alright, this puts a little bit of a wrench in my plans, but I think overall it'll be fine. Because... well, we have to do this anyway, but yeah. I think it'll be fine, but... we're gonna use Seth's special here. And then this will last for 3 of Gloria's turns. The Work Your Magic lasts for 3 of Gloria's turns as well. She's already used one of those. She's got 2 turns left of that.
They must not have a moment to breathe.
And now after this, she'll have 1 turn of the Work Your Magic buffs left. And she'll have 2 turns of Seth's buff left, which is perfectly fine.
This should do it.
No letting up now, alright?
Okay.
All eyes on me. Get ready for a rousing wee ditty, everyone.
And this is fine because when Seth and Elvis go again after like the 2 enemies are dead, they have a lot of flexibility to just use Work Your Magic on Gloria, and they don't have to worry about like their health as much. So for starters, obviously I'm going to heal Aga here on Adelle.
Sacred power, restore you.
You okay? I've got you covered. You okay? Okay.
And then for Adelle's turn, same as usual, bodyguard, 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 and then heal Aga.
I'll sit this one out. Heal you. And again.
Okay, so now those 2 enemies should be dead.
I shall take care of this.
You probably
I see
saw
grave
the
awaits
preview
you.
as like I was quickly selecting the enemies. Those 2 took a lot of damage from the... Yep,
That
there we
ought to
go.
make a difference.
They took a lot of damage from all that reprisal chip.
Nothing to
And
worry
now
about.
my special was able to just kill them and do a lot of damage to Folie. So now I can just do... where is Work Your Magic? There it is. I can do Work Your Magic because now Gloria can just kill Folie. She still has 1 more turn of the Bard's special buffs. So all she needs is to be able to go. So 1... 2...
Here I go. This'll do it. This calls for a song. This calls for a song.
What in the world? You okay?
Everything all right?
Much better.
And that is going to be the end of the fight. So Adelle covering her is also going to be important here because Folie can counterattack with magic, like when I use my magic, which is another reason why magic in this fight is difficult to work around. But thankfully, this is the strat and it works, and I'm actually so happy and so proud of myself for figuring this out. And hopefully you guys appreciate this strat and enjoy it, and maybe hopefully it'll help you as well. So, with all that out of the way, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.